help our boys in those 3 locations. This'll end the war. It's time. Commence the operation. Our friends are waiting.
Lately, as your company commander, I felt some of you young bucks coming after my championship belt. You're really putting the pressure on me. So I think I'm gonna go out there and run the score a bit. Just to show you guys how it's done. I trust I can count on all you to keep up. Let's get out there, take care of business, and come back in one piece. Enemy behind you. Take it.
Strider 1. Return line is to the north. Head that way if you need to refuel. Good luck, everyone.
Count is back in the saddle as Cyclops 2. It's good to be flying with you again, partner.
Shoot. No, it's real funny.
Enemy is locked on. Break away.
Missile.
Enemy missile detected.
Missile.
Enemy is extra me. I'm still okay.
Pull up.
Our ground forces are now moving to capture Farbani and Construction Park. They're already engaged with the enemy. It seems the enemy was fast and detected. We can use some air support.
Missile.
Missile! Evade!
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Final 5. Box 2.
Caution.
The enemy has a lock on me. Our air support has stopped the enemy. Advance on the hospital. Behind bandit. Enemy missile. Break! Enemy missile. Fire!
Strider 1, missile away.
Missile.
Strider 1, locked on target.
Half the enemy's already down. That LRSFC is really something. Break! Missile! This is Base 2. We made contact with the enemy. Engaging. Breaking out of lock.
I'm gonna open this guy up.
The roads and sunken ships make these waters shallow. Roger. The park will be secured. The Ocean shall clear the way.
I know the feeling.
HQ, we're falling back. We don't stand a chance against their air support. Hold your ground.
Enemy backup inbound. Forces are heading from 2 separate combat zones. We need to split our forces in 2 and meet both threats at once.
Trigger, head for either area. Cyclops will take care of the other.
Roger. Cyclops 3. Box 2.
Locked on target.
Missile. Missile.
The enemy's striking back with everything they've got.
Strider 1, box 2.
Locked on. Okay, Trigger. This area is all yours. We'll do the other three.
Go.
Roger.
They're veterans of multiple naval battles. Do not underestimate them.
Missile. Missile. Caution.
Target's in machine gun range. Strider 1, locked on target.
Missile.
Missile!
Missile. Missile.
The harder the battle, slightly it goes according to plan.
Missile. Missile.
This fleet won't lose. We have experience on our side.
Missile away.
They're after me. I need cover.
Keep sending the enemy forces to their watery graves.
Enemy on your back. 3 strikes is overhead. Maybe rush now on our side. The park's wide open. There's nowhere to hide.
Animation 0.
active mode. We need to take out those civilians loitering.
Enemy's got a lock.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Missile.
Bandit is firing.
Missile. Missile.
Missile hit. Vessel confirmed sunk.
We've lost 30% of our fleet. It's going to be difficult to evade enemy given these circumstances. Keep an eye on approaching fighters. If they get close, we're done for.
Missile launched.
Enemy's got a lock.
We're deadlocked. Isn't there something we can do?
We're out of standstill. We're pinned down.
Enemy has a lock on you. Traffic flash completed.
LRSSG looks like luck is on our side. Everyone's requesting backup. I'll take forever to get here.
Bandit down. Missile hit. Fox 2.
Missile! I have to evade! Thanks to our air support, victory is within sight. Let's turn the remaining enemies into start base. GPS to locate allies. The enemy is still striking their target.
Attack missed.
Steer clear of the sunken allied ships. Just how many did we lose? Resources back. Hands restricted. One shot down.
Take it! Advance!
Don't be a we're the ones driving the enemy back, not the other way around.
Confirming Strider 1 destroyed target.
What do you mean, retreat? The enemy has sealed off the harbor, preventing us from landing.
Enemy reinforcements on radar. Take him out.
Hostile forces moving near enemy HQ. We don't have enough units to hold them. Split up. The longer this drags on, the greater our losses.
Roger that.
This is the start. There are small boats hiding in the ruins. Take them out before they can approach the fleet.
Strider 1, APC destroyed. Watch it. Enemy lock on you.
That area's all yours, Strider. We'll back up one squadron at the Silver Bridge.
Vehicle eliminated. Target acquired. Strider 1, missile launched. Air support considerably weakened organized resistance from the Erusian army. Operation nearly complete. Just need to see it through.
Understood.
Understood.
All right.
Understood.
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 They shot down one of us.
5 minutes remaining. Target is in range of guns.
Have enemy air support. They're the ones who turn the tide.
calling to Tucker 2-4. Requesting fire for raid. Coordinates 2294-5002. Target is enemy. Strider 1, this is Control Tower. Strider 1, this is... Target is enemy MBT formation. Fire for effect with your strongest round. We've got flies moving around our head. Don't take your eyes off them. Eyeball to Tucker 2-4. Bracketing is complete. Fire for effect. Missile. Roger. Firing data. Action 2270. Elevation 237. Prepare to volley. Fire.
Have our forces are neutralized!
Target acquired.
Our tanks and combat vehicles are knocked out. They pushed the ball into the enemy air support.
And impact. Tucker 2-4. Don't leave me on our eardrums next time. Thanks for the fire support. Broadcaster, this is Mate 1. We'll handle the rest.
All aircraft, move on to assist other units.
Thanks, LRSSG. We'll take it from here.
Bandit in my sight.
Missile.
1, hostile behind you.
Missile. Missile.
Strider 1, missile away.
Missile. Missile.
Strider 1, enemy ship sunk.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
It's no use.
Remaining. We've spotted enemy backup. Check your radars.
Copy.
Trigger. It's about time we finished up here and helped other allies in trouble.
Missile.
You don't need to try and target every enemy. Just keep your focus. Take one down, then move on to the next.
If they take our headquarters, we're finished. Locked on, Bandit.
This is Base 1. Farbani reconstruction part is under our control. Now, on to the enemy headquarters. Hey, they're going place. Give them away.
Missile inbound. Basic maneuvers. Break. Enemy missile detected. Evade.
Strider 1, bandit on your tail.
Guess they're reluctant to make their move. So we're still recovering from the last battle.
Stall warning.
Our strategy is about to pay off.
We just lost a friendly.
2 minutes remaining.
Stall warning.
Enemy's got a lock.
Missile. Missile.
Box 2.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Enemy is split.
Did you really think that missile was going to hit anything?
Strider 1, target acquired.
We can still win. That's one. Don't give up. Enemy missile inbound. It's evading.
Cyclops 4, Box 2.
Bandit acquired. Initiating attack.
Powerful AA defenses for the AO. Coordinates Tango 2-8. Where's an AA? No one. Protecting the defense. Missed. We shot my missile down before it reached. I'm being targeted from their ground facility. Taking fire! Stay alert. Enemy has a new AA defense system in the AO.
They have a lock on you. Shake 'em.
In gun range. Target is hit.
Missile.
30 seconds remaining.
Warning. Bandit behind you.
Missile.
Box 2.
Missile. 0.
The battle conditions are changing constantly. I don't like it one bit. We've lost half our men? What about the reinforcements? Cyclops 3, Box 2. Call
satellites also underway. All going according to plan. The end of the is in sight. Think of something you'd like to eat, guys? Because I'm buying.
Roger that.
Man, don't jinx us.
You're right. 2 bogies. No, 5 Su-30s inbound.
It's Mr. Rex.
What's going on here? I don't believe it. We've just lost ship 3 and 4. We're taking heavy damage. It's like this monster is toying with us out there. We've got to do something.
LRSSG, we have an emergency order from Mission Command. Bring down Mr. X. I know it's a tall order, but HQ wouldn't ask if they didn't have faith in you.
There they are. It's the snowbirds. The 2 leaders are in a different role. But don't underestimate the rest of them either. Mission proof can be fun. What do you mean? It's just like you say, the enemy has experienced fighters in their midst.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Damn, those lackeys fly like champions.
Enemy has a lock on you, Strider 1.
One ship is stuck. Single fighter coming back around.
Don't let Mr. X run wild. Friendlies are suffering heavy damage.
Sir 5 is hit.
Sorry, I gotta bail out.
He dodged it. Strider 1, you've got their attention.
Shaking bandit.
I'm hit!
Stay focused. You've still got monster to slay.
Mr. X is eating through the Osean forces.
No, 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 no! Who are these guys?
Missile. Missile.
Strider 2, Fox 2. Target has been hit.
Stall warning.
Don't go at him alone. 2 of them on each target.
Missile. 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 0.
Cyclops 3, evade! Missile incoming! I have a lock.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Missile.
Shaking bandit.
Missile.
Even the escorts are seasoned. Locked on. Evading.
Missile.
Fox 2.
Missile.
See where your plane is headed. Eject. Forgive me.
Stall
Good
warning.
luck.
Missile.
Strider 1, missile close.
Missile.
Evade. Locked on. What's this guy eating to fly like that? I have a lock.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Missile did not connect.
Enemy's got a lock.
Missile.
Taking evasive action. Locked on. They've got their flight envelopes nailed down.
This is Cyclops 3. I've been hit. We gotta eject.
Took him out one by one. Cyclops 3 has failed out safely. Don't worry, he's gonna make it. Listen, Trey, field hawk. If we keep this up, someone's not going home. I'll act as a lure. Meanwhile, you shoot down Mr. X.
What?
Enemy has a lock. Right, he grabbed a bait. Time to take him for a ride.
Missiles.
Missile.
Cyclops 1, check your
Man, this is one stubborn bastard. He's on my tail, but he won't fire. Waiting for the perfect shot, eh? Sorry, stranger, but my boys won't let you have it.
Target is hit.
Nice, fine. Give him one more.
Missile away. Bon voyage. Cyclops 1 is down.
Cyclops 1 is down.
Eject already, Wiseman!
I'm
sorry, Count. This plane exploded. Wiseman! Stay strong. We're not done here. Cyclops 2, you've got the lead. Wiseman! Shit! Negative, Cyclops 2, you're the lead. I can't do it. Trigger should take command. Duty is yours. That's impossible. Do it. Alright. Damn it.
Stall warning.
Cyclops 4, form an element. We need our top gun if we're gonna take out that bastard.
Stall warning. Stall
Count.
warning.
Target locked.
Missile.
You're holding your own out there.
Ammunition 0.
Missile
Ammunition
hit.
0. Ammunition 0.
Damn.
Now go finish the job.
Get Mr. X, Trigger. Shoot it down, Trigger.
Caution.
You
Caution.
can do it. In fact, you're the only one who can.
Caution.
Strider 1 has crashed.
What's going on here? I don't believe it. We just lost ship 3 and 4. We're taking heavy damage. It's like this monster is toying with us out there. We've got to do something.
LRSSG, we have an emergency order from Mission Command. Bring down Mr. X. I know it's a tall order, but HQ wouldn't ask if they didn't have faith in you.
There they are. It's the snowbirds. The 2 leaders are on a different level. But don't underestimate the rest of them either.
Missile.
This should prove to be fun.
Missile.
What do you mean? It's just like you say, the enemy has experienced fighters in their midst.
Missile.
Missile hit.
Missile.
All emergency pilots, don't let yourselves be distracted by focusing on fire.
Missile away.
Missile.
This is Cyclops 3. We've been hit. We gotta eject.
Missile.
Took him out one by one. Cyclops 3 has bailed out safely. Don't worry, he's gonna make it.
It's still active.
Stall
Listen,
warning.
Trigger, real talk. If we keep this up, someone's not going home. I'll act as a leader. Meanwhile, you shoot down Mr. X. What?
Target is hit.
Nice, fine. Give him one more.
Target is
Alright, he
hit.
grabbed the bait. Time to take him for a ride. Attack missed. Lock on. Take evasive action.
Missile. Missile.
Target acquired.
Missile.
Missile, evade.
Missile.
Push it! Missile! Evade! Enemy on my 6.
Target in gun range.
Locked on. This one's a goner.
Enemy's got a lock.
Missile. 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 Missile.
You're quite the entertainer, but the show's over with this next shot. Wasn't a bad pilot.
Wiseman! Missile closing!
I'll keep him on me. Just a bit longer.
Shit. Cyclops 1 is down.
Wiseman! Eject already, Wiseman! Stay strong. Not done here. Cyclops 2, you've got the lead. Wiseman! Shit! Negative, Cyclops 2, you're the lead. I can't do it. Trigger should take command. The duty is yours. It's impossible. Do it. Ah, damn it. Cyclops 4, form an element. We need our top gun if we're gonna take out that bastard.
Missile.
Wilco Count.
Missile. Missile.
Target acquired.
Missile.
Can Trigger handle this solo?
Strider 2, enemy behind you.
Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up. Missile.
These guys are way out of my league. I can't even get in close to them.
has a beat on you.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Evasive action. Enemy has a lock on me.
Good lord. All we can do is rely on our best pilot now.
Shit! This guy's too tough.
Caution.
I don't think I can take him on.
Missile.
I've got you.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Missile evaded.
Locked on.
You're holding your own out there.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
Missile. Missile.
Locked on.
Missile.
Now I see why he's the king of the skies. Trigger's our only hope.
Missile.
Fox 2. Enemy has a lock on me.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Locked on, bandit.
Damn, I can't seem to find an opening.
Missile.
Enemy on your back. Survive his hit. Sorry, I gotta bail out.
Saying, but I can't keep up.
Talk to the choir.
Target locked.
Shaking bandit. Fox 2. Evaded.
Missile hit.
Good job. All right.
Damn.
Now go finish the job.
Get Mr. X, Trigger. Shoot it down, Trigger. You can do it. In fact, you're the only one who can. My radar suddenly turned off. Respond. My data won't update.
My HUD is
Damn
working
it.
out.
What was that?
I've lost radar contact. Watch out!
Look at the sky. Towards the sun.
What is that?
A star? No. Maybe an explosion?
This is Soul Squadron. Head home. It's not safe to stick around here if we lose our base.
Listen up. We've just lost our real-time connection with Mission Command. It's not just Mission Command. I'm not getting any response from outside our LOS. Farbani is now under OCN control. The operation was a success. We didn't get the orders that should have come after the operational success. We'll guide you to the scheduled airport. All aircraft, leave this airspace immediately.
Negative. They've got a debt to pay.
Down. We all feel the same way.
Shit.
So Wiseman died for nothing.
This is a peacekeeping force forward base near Erusian territory. Other Allied aircraft have probably been forced to make emergency landings at other airfields. We don't know much. The mission to capture the capital is nearly complete, but we unfortunately have no intel. The enemy communication satellites are down, and we have confirmed the deaths of several Erusian leaders. But our enemy was smart. They had a similar plan. Our own communication systems were destroyed at approximately the same time. We have no idea when or if they'll come back online. Stand by for further details.
As far as the chaos we find ourselves in these days, it's difficult to say which side pulled the trigger first. Erusia deployed an automatic intercept system with drones. Osea implemented long-range attacks to bypass them. So Erusia decided to sabotage Osea's communications and navigation technology. Erusia couldn't launch a satellite themselves, but they were still able to hack the software of the Osean transmission and navigation systems. Before Osea even noticed, half of their satellites were hijacked. That's when things got ugly. In an attempt to knock out each other's capabilities, both forces launched fighters loaded with anti-satellite missiles at the same time. Only military satellites were targeted. However, their destruction created a debris field in orbit, which wiped other satellites, both private and government-owned. What kept the world relatively sane up to that point had been free-flowing data and information. But now, those were gone. All that remained was chaos and confusion. Government and civilian broadcasts and transmissions were cut off. The flow of information had ceased. Forces on both sides of the conflict now found themselves unable to communicate with their superiors. Many of the smaller countries annexed by Erusia and yearning for their independence seized the opportunity and started their own uprisings. As for why some of Osea's military decided to break off from the main force and continue on their own, I have no idea. Perhaps there was some sort of dispute over the chain of command. The continent that had once seen wars that were only fought between Osea and Erusia was now full of numerous conflicts between rival leaders vying for power. Insurgencies were everywhere. I even heard a rumor that a group of Osean convicts had rebelled. Rumors. It never ceased to amaze me that even at a crazy time like this, something as trivial as a rumor could find its way here. Communications from corporate were cut off. Apparently, the entire computer network was down. It was a wise decision to make our drones autonomous with AI instead of being radio-controlled. Wise and forward-thinking. Even with their GPS offline, they can still use their sensors to navigate as long as they're working properly. I'm sure the drones are still working perfectly, following their mission orders to the letter. I wish I could upload Mihai's new data to them. But without a connection, I can't upload the software to the active drones. The new ones we're making, though, there should still be enough time to upgrade those before they're activated. I'll be taking the data I've acquired away from the front lines now. Oh, and I'll be taking the girls, too. I told my assistant, Masa, it was time to get Mihai's granddaughters ready to leave here. She's not much older than the girls, but she has a way about her, and I'm sure she won't have any trouble with them. I saw a plane flying off in the distance. I imagine it was looking for a safer place. The plane had a rose emblem on it.
Erusia's communication networks have been down since their satellites were destroyed. Unfortunately, we are experiencing trouble too. All of Usea has been affected, and we don't know when things will be back up and running. We're not even sure if this is Erusia's doing. Still, we will follow the strategy that was originally planned, and move on to the next operation after liberating Farbani. Let's get to it. Since the war began, we've been receiving communications in secret from an officer in the Erusian army. With the capital under our control, Erusia's radical element is losing support quickly, affecting the balance of power. HQ is thinking of using the military officer as a way to gain leverage to settle peace negotiations. The officer is currently hiding in the outskirts of Anchorhead Bay, having joined up with support dispatched from the Osean army. The plan is that they'll take a standard vehicle to a rendezvous point at a harbor in the east part of the city, where a helicopter will be waiting.
I would like the new Strider Squadron to provide escort for the officer. Cyclops will remain at the base on standby to serve as defense.
With the communication network currently down in the capital, I very much doubt Arusia will be able to mount a regimented counterattack. However, it is likely that Arusia's intelligence department and the remaining forces who are aware of the officer's movements will interfere. Keep a close eye on the officer and make sure he stays safe. Our victory in Farbani has given us a golden opportunity to finally end this war. Be safe out there.
Take note that our satellite-based IFF has become unreliable following the recent communications failure. As such, target ID will be done by processing the images from the infrared cameras on your aircraft. Objects will initially appear as unknown on your HUDs, but will be ID'd once you close in on them for a set period of time.